It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see David Njoku. There's been no shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches. It's the Browns and the Steelers on Thursday
EA Sports
night
coverage of the
primetime.
National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 16 carries, 61 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now it's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now a first down carry for Harris. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Throw out wide is incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. To throw is Fields. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Now Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Fields throwing again. Right back to Njoku. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Fields. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Here's Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Slot man moves right. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. And that will be incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Wilson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. They'll run on 1st down. Vance. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Fields now to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's Fields. Forced out to his left. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. Now a handoff up the middle. Vance. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now 2nd and 9. Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Here's Wilson to throw. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Harris running straight ahead. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he stays up, rolling to his left. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They go play action with Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now it's Wilson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Denzel Ward. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Up the middle they go. Vance. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Vance. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wilson. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw again is Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wilson. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the gun, here's Fields. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. To throw is Fields. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now 2nd and 5. Fields throwing again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Boswell's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Browns offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Vance, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Vance, and he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Third and 5. Back to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Fields. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And now this is going to... The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. They go play action now. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
This is 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Vance, 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A shotgun snap, Fields. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Fields. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Fields. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Fields. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. From the 50, here's Fields. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Here is 3rd and 5. Fields now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Ran it last time, now Fields to throw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a handoff up the middle. Vance. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Browns on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Now Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yard. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's Wilson to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Out of the gun, Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Looking to throw. Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd and 15 now. Fields. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, Fields has to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They'll try the right side with Harris. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Again, it's Harris on second down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 135 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. They'll run again with Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's week 6 of the 2025 season.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 34. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38.
Levis out of the shotgun now.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Levis back to throw.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Play action now. Levis. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the option, here's Spears.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And Spears with another carry.
And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Titans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the former Aztec from San Diego State.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Up the middle they go. Vance. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
It was a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Taken down at the 47-yard line. The Browns at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Allen from the gun on third down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And here's a give to Spears.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Levis. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Levis looking to throw.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Myles Garrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Hopkins, the man in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Levis.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Right back to him on first down. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
As they've got it as we resume action.
On first down,
Vance.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Now a 2nd and 6.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Got his man, Okonkwo.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Now Levis. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun to give to Spears.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Back to throw, it's Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19.
Working from the gun, here's Levis.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Vance pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll try the left side. Vance. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vance. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Allen.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Levis to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Levis sets up to throw here. This pass completes a Pollard on the out route.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Levis from the gun.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Levis. A Cockrell holds it in left side.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Levis to throw once more.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Tyler Boyd, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 17-3.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, not much time remains here in this 1st half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Here's Allen to throw it. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Malik Neighbors
as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the score.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Browns offense and receiver Malik Neighbors headed onto the field. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Or paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll keep it on the ground. Vance, and a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Big strides. Look at him go.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
David Njoku, 83 yards. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense and quarterback Will Levis ready to go to work once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Now 3rd down and 7. Levis back to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Up the middle they go. Vance.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start, and it ends up falling incomplete.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Steps away to his left. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. Vance. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Allen. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Vance. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Tennessee offense set to go again. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped.
Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Dillon, they try the left side with him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
A.J. Dillon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only 1 play to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike.
Levis looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. A give to Pollard running left. And some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. In motion left is Hopkins. Levis. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second and 1 from the 2. Right back to Spears.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown.
Tajay Spears taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Sly on for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
And that flag accepted.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And they'll accept that penalty.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vance.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
To throw, it's Allen.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line.
From the gun, it's Dillon.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Dillon.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw.
They'll set up a screen for Dillon.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Hand off to Spears.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Levis to throw.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been...
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Running left is Dillon.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
They'll run again.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
The Titans now just about ready to take over. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew
It's week 7 of the National.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be let out by their rookie quarterback, the former Aztec out of San Diego State.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. But if he does that, I tell you what, I really like their chances.
14 on the pickup. It's a Browns first down. They'll stay on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. They'll stick with him again. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's a 2nd and 9. So now they'll throw it with Allen. That's taken in by Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Allen. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This one from 52 yards away. And that one not going to have enough leg behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A play fake. Now Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll put Everett in motion here. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. And the big back, A.J. Dillon. Not much space developing. He'll get to about the 14 this time. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Allen to throw. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Cleveland. On the handoff, this is Dillon. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. It's another go with Dillon. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Not much. Second and long coming up. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's caught by Edwards-Helaire. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. Try to run for it with Dillon. They'll look to pick up the pace. They'll try it now with Dillon. And he's going to have a Browns first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 on 4th and inches. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Dillon. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. Left side, he's got Njoku. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Right back to Dillon. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Dillon. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. A.J. Dillon. Touchdown, Browns. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. "7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. He'll manage only a couple. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. 2nd down and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down. Off play action. Here's Williams. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Williams. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Williams to the air once more. Got the hook up there to Odunze. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw it again, it's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down. On the bootleg, it's Williams. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll go play action here with Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Soldier Field. Following this, they'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Williams to throw on 2nd down. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Williams. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will level things out at 7 apiece. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now Allen on 1st down. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. Throwing now. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Bears have it. He's inside the 40 to the 20. And And he rumbles his way into the end zone. Double recovery. And the great return for the touchdown. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will move out to a 14-7 lead. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. Here's Allen to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. That is hard. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. The kick here is good. Add one more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half.
All right, Mike.
And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bears offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Now a 3rd and 2. On the give, it's Swift. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. The Bears sending out their punt team as he'll punt it away for the second time. That is fielded at the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive with a run, and it's Dillon. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. A give, here's Dillon. And he's going to take this past the 45, and that's good enough for a first down. Here's Dillon, and he'll get forward for about a yard. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. It's Dillon. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, a throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal. Here's Williams. That's going to be caught by Gray. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. They'll try to run with Swift. Good blocking, and he's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Browns offense and running back A.J. Dillon making their way back out there. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. To throw is Allen. Going deep downfield for Judy. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Give up the middle to the big back, Dillon. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. It's a run out of the gun. Here's Dillon. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Allen. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But this is taken in by a teammate. On the move left, it's Dillon. Second and a yard. Straight ahead, they go with Dillon. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Running here is Dillon. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. On 2nd down, it's Dillon. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down.
There's nothing worse than having to settle for a field goal when you're in the red zone. So they roll the dice here. They leave the offense on the field, and boy, does it pay off. Great job by the quarterback.
He slams it in there, and he is in. A.J. Dillon. Touchdown, Cleveland. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Now it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. They took the shot, but it doesn't pan out. They'll remain down by 1 here in the 4th quarter. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Swift. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Now Swift. And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. A pickup of 14 as he takes it to the 14. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now Williams. This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears are going to open up the lead to 8. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing is Allen. That's over the middle and caught by Collins.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
3rd and 2. Now Allen. Oh, he pumps up the football. The Bears have it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Swift gets it from the pistol. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll go again with Swift. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. They'll run. It's Swift. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Allen will throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. They'll go play action. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line. On 1st down, it's Allen. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Well, here we go. The Browns will go for 2 here. Here's Dillard. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter. In need of a recovery and a quick field goal, here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. A hit, and he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And this will be incomplete. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Allen to throw. He's going to try it here again. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyreek Stevenson. So this one in the win column for the Bears. What a